Alrighty, folks. Well, I'm feeling pretty good on a Saturday morning because we improved to 3-0 in our last three chairman plays on my website yesterday. We had the Rays on the run line, and they absolutely blanked the Tigers by the final of 8-0. Ramirez, Siri, and Paredes they all had multi-hit games, and Siri had a home run as well. And folks, the good news is we have another chairman play going off here today. Now that chairman package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. It gives you access to every single personal premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. Now, if you don't need access to all of my premium selections, but you still could use one a day, you may want to think about signing up for my daily best play. It costs just $1.99 for 30 days of service, and you do get one of my personal premium selections daily during that time frame. Now, I currently have over 540 members who are signed up and active on my website right now. And with that, folks, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We're going to start off with the Astros at the Yankees, 105 Eastern first pitch. Houston's the $1.35 favorite, totals 8.5. Justin Verlander making his return to the Astros here today. Nestor Cortes for the Bombers. Now, Cortes really hasn't seen any action since the end of May due to injury. And to be fair, he wasn't great at the beginning of the year. He posted an ERA of 5.19. And even if he does throw well here today, might not get the run support he needs. The Yankees are a bottom three hit-producing lineup in the majors. Now they're facing Justin Verlander, who's got an ERA in the low threes and a 1.14 whip. And at the plate, the Astros love hitting on the road. They actually do their best pieces of hitting away from Minute Maid Park. These guys are a top three hit-producing lineup on the road in the American League. Kyle Tucker hits an even 300 with 77 RBI. Meanwhile, Yordan Alvarez, he has an OPS in the thousands. Now, when it comes to the injury list, Anthony Rizzo's still out for the Pinstripers. 4 out of New York's last 7 at Yankee Stadium fell under the total. They've also been held to under 3.1 runs a game in their last 10 meetings with Houston. And of course, no real shock here. 7 out of those 10 head-to-head meetings I just mentioned fell under the total. So if you're into historical trends, plenty of unders to go around. Give me Houston minus $1.35, under 8.5. Next ball game, Rays, Tigers, 110 Eastern first pitch. Tampa Bay is $1.45 on the road, totals 8 runs. Newly acquired Aaron Savali for the Rays, Tarek Skubal for Detroit. And out of 21-plus innings of work this year, the lefty Skubal's got an ERA of 4.57. Now, the Tigers have had all kinds of issues at the plate this year, especially at Comerica Park. These guys are averaging just 3.8 runs a game in front of their own fans. Now, they have to face Aaron Savali, who's more than familiar with their lineup. Savali's pitched in the AL Central for his whole career with Cleveland. And as far as this year with the Guardians, Savali's recorded only 2 losses in 77 innings. He actually had an impressive 2.34 ERA, along with a 1.04 whip. Basically unhittable at times this year. And I'll tell you what, his lineup of bats are now a whole heck of a lot better than it was in Cleveland. The Rays are a top 3 run-producing lineup in the American League. And a lot of that is thanks to guys like Isaac Paredes, who's driven in 65 runs thus far in the season. Meanwhile, teammate Yandy Diaz, he's been a really tough out this year. He's hitting .312 with an OPS just about in the 900s. Now, Mejia and Walls are still out for Tampa. When it comes to the total, the Rays have held Detroit to just 1.9 runs a game in their last 10 gatherings. And more recently, the Rays are 60% to the under in their last 10. And of course, 7 out of Detroit's last 10 meetings with the Rays did fall under the total. So once again, if you're into historical trends, certainly want to think about that one there. Give me the Rays minus $1.45, under 8. Next matchup, Braves, Cubs, 2:20 p.m. East. Atlanta's minus a buck 55 at Wrigley, totals 10 runs. Bryce Elder for Atlanta, Javier Assad for Chicago. And even though Chicago hits well at Wrigley, they are playing just .500 baseball against National League opponents at home. And despite their run production, the Cubbies do have a strikeout problem in the box. They're in the bottom 5 in the National League in strikeouts per 9 at the plate. And in their last 10 head-to-head meetings with Atlanta, the Cubs have been held to just 2.4 runs a game. And we could very well see more of the same here today because they've got to face Bryce Elder on the mound for the Braves. I'll tell you, I forget who I was talking to the other day. We were just talking about how what a just great, surprise Bryce Elder's been this year for the Braves. He's recorded only two losses in 121 plus innings. The righty's got an ERA in the low threes along with a 1.19 whip. Now, the Braves also have one of the most dangerous lineups in the National League. They actually lead the NL right now in run production and hits. And, of course, most of that is thanks to Ronald Acuna, who hits .338 and he has the highest OPS average in the National League. Now, Acuna's also got 51 stolen bases, so you can't walk him. He turns walks into doubles. And he's currently got a 5.6 wins above replacement average. Now, Matt Olson's got the most RBI in the majors at 92, most home runs in the National League at 37. The Braves did see the overcash in 3 out of their last 4 Bryce Elder starts. Meanwhile, Chicago saw 3 out of their last 5 in the friendly confines get over. Give me Atlanta minus 155 over 10. All right, next and final breakdown for the video. We are going to have a quick pick recap where we handicap every single game. But next and final actual breakdown, it's going to be in this Marlins-Rangers game, 4:05 Eastern first pitch. Texas is the $1.85 favorite, totals 9 runs. John Gray for the Rangers, George Soriano for Miami. And regardless of how Soriano throws here today, this is a struggling Miami club right now. They took the loss in 5 out of their last 7, and they simply can't produce runs. They're currently in the bottom 5 in the majors in runs per game on the road. They're also going to have to face John Gray, who's got a winning record and an ERA in the 3s. But the real strength of this Ranger organization has been their bats. These guys currently lead the American League in run production and hits. Adolis Garcia, he has an AL best 88 RBI. He's actually 6th in the entire big leagues in home runs. Meanwhile, Corey Seager hits .345 with an OPS in the thousands. 3 out of the Rangers' last 4 at Globe Life Field fell under the total. They're also 7-3 to the under in their last 10 at any location. Now, Miami went 60% to the under in their last 10 themselves. Give me the Rangers minus 185, under 9. And with that, folks, now it's time for our quick pick recap. Give me the Astros minus 135, under 8.5. Tampa Bay Rays minus 145, under 8. Atlanta Braves minus a buck 55, over 10. I'm 3-0. My last 3 chairman plays on my website. The link for my site is in my bio. Texas Rangers minus 185, under 9. Red Sox minus a buck and a quarter, over 9.5. Washington Nationals plus 1.5, over 10.5. Phillies minus 1.5, over 9.5. Orioles minus 1.5, over 9.5. Giants minus 175, under 7.5. Twins minus 155, under 8.5. White Sox plus 1.5, over 8.5. Brewers minus 1.5, under 8. Cardinals minus 1.5, over 9. LA Dodgers plus 1.5, under 8.5 runs. With my next and final free pick for the video, give me the Mariners minus a buck 45, under 9. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my website. Now, if you guys do end up getting a membership here today on patreon.com/BrockPage, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that that chairman package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. It gives you access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my Chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, folks, happy Saturday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.